you crash a car into your best friend's house, would you be quiet as words came out of their mouth? Stop.
Pleasure to welcome Ben Leftwich to the bass sessions. Thanks for taking the time to talk to us today, Ben.
Thanks.
Now, this is the third night of your second UK tour this year, isn't it?
Yeah.
Birmingham Institute. How are things going so far?
Yeah, really well. We've played Liverpool and London so far, and they're both really fun shows, and people have been turning up, so it's been all good so far.
Excellent. And I know you've just come off the back of a There in the Wales support tour as well, so you've been a busy boy the last couple of months. What can people expect from these shows, Ben?
I'm just playing, solo with a couple of different acoustic guitars, and I play a couple of songs on the electric as well. So it's very much stripped out.
Yeah, kind of an intimate kind of show.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Which is kind of the way I like it, really.
Yeah. And that kind of leads me on really to, can we talk about the songwriting? Because I know you kind of treat it as a craft rather than a kind of pop vehicle. It seems your stuff's got kind of a more of an otherworldliness kind of feel to it. It's kind of haunting, and tell me about it.
I guess to be honest, I'm really into the sort of sonic side of things as well, like in terms of the production of it and the sounds used on the records that I make. And so I put a lot of time into sort of trying to make things sound right as well as the actual song being strong enough. But yeah, I guess in terms of I would never use pop write. I'd never use songwriting as a vehicle for pop writing, or however you put it. But I just sort of record what I write, and I'm really into the sonic side of it as well. Like I'm a big fan of Kate Bush and Sigur Rós and all that sort of stuff. So I try and put that in as well. Fantastic.
And I know that the Million Miles Out EP came out October 2010. You've just done the Pictures EP, came out March.
Yeah.
And suddenly, masses of accolades. Radio 1, Zane Lowe, you've had Fern Cotton, XFM evening playlists. Atlas Hands, Joe Wiley's one of her favourite songs of 2010. You've done Radio 2, Dermot O'Leary's live sessions. How does this feel? Is it kind of unreal, surreal, as it should be?
To be honest, man, I'm really pleased the way in which everything's going. But I didn't really expect any of all that stuff. But it's just come along, and it's good that.
Is it true? Is it true actually that you were walking along and a friend of yours rang you up and said you're on Radio 1 and you're having none of it?
Yeah, that is true. Yeah. But I sort of told him where to go. But that's the first time we got to play. But it's really good that I'm getting support from radio. Like, I think anyone who creates music and says they don't want it to be
don't want to be heard.
Yeah, they want to be heard as a liar. So I'm really pleased. It's good to have that sort of radio support. It's been good for the live shows as well. More people are turning out.
Of course, yeah, fantastic. And you've got the new single coming out, Box of Stones, June the 19th.
Yeah.
First album, debut album, Last Smoke Before the Snowstorms, July the 4th. You've got a lot of festivals through the summer after these dates, including Glastonbury.
Yeah.
So you've got a lot of good stuff coming up. With that in mind, can we kind of talk about what's been the absolute high so far for you to get to this stage you are now?
I think that's a really good question. I think being at Maida I did a session for Zane Lowe there, and I did a session for Hugh Stevens there as well. And being at that kind of big studio with such a history was really nice to be singing there. And also I did a gig at Union Chapel last year, which is a really nice sort of big old church in London.
It's that kind of history and that kind of... Maida Vale was all appeal sessions as well, I think, were a lot of them, weren't they?
And so I guess those sort of things where it's just a place that you've heard about and you've been like, I'd like to do that one day.
And there you are.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Can I ask you also about, you've got a lot of people following you around now, and that's kind of building. But the curious out there, where's the best place for them to kind of get details and to kind of keep in contact and find out what's going on?
Twitter and Facebook are probably, and on Twitter it's just Ben Leftwich, and Facebook Benjamin Francis Leftwich.
Right.
And I've got stuff up on YouTube as well if you search my name in there. So there's a lot of stuff dotted around online. Really.
And anything you'd like to say to the fans or the curious?
Just thanks for the ongoing support, and thanks everyone's coming down to the show tonight.
Fantastic. We'll be here, and thanks for taking the time to talk to us on the bass session, Ben. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.